What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of my weekly Q&A series. If you are new to the channel, I do these videos once a week where I ask for your questions either on Facebook or in the comment section below. And you guys give me your questions. I do my best to answer them. I feel like this helps us connect on a different level. I get to talk about topics I might not bring up in my vlogs or my meal prep videos, and I really think it adds a more human element to Remington J's Fitness. So if you're not already subscribed to me on Facebook, or is it Friends? Whatever it is on Facebook, or if you're not on Twitter, Instagram, whatever, I'm gonna start doing these Q&A questions on all my social media. So description box below if you wanna get in on this, or just go down to the comment section and you might see my post. So thank you to everybody that asked questions. Let's waste no more time here. Let's get this underway. You guys ready? Let's do it! First question is from Stephanie Salmariba, and she asks, what is your favorite cheat meal and favorite flavor of Halo Top? Well, favorite cheat meal, I'm going to have to say, that is a tough one. That is a tough one. Probably chicken and waffles from Cherry Street Pub. Haven't had it in a while, but I will make it a point when I have my first cheat meal or a cheat meal soon to go and show you guys what that's all about. I'm telling you, it is so good. You know I love waffles. Well, basically it's this waffle with pecan crusted chicken on top and syrup, and they give you like this spicy butter, and it is so good. I'm telling you guys, it is so good. The final episode of my Cutting with Keto series, Throwback, I actually ended up having that on there. So if you want to see it, you can go back and look at that. And then favorite flavor of Halo Top, I'm gonna have to say chocolate chip cookie dough. I love red velvet. Red velvet's way up there, and all the flavors are good in my opinion. I haven't really found a bad one that I don't like besides mint chocolate chip, but chocolate chip cookie dough is definitely where it's at. Thank you, Stephanie, and keep it up on the program. Keep it up. We got to get you wedding ready. She's a client, by the way. Shout out Stephanie. Next up from Andre Dale, he asks, what are my favorite shoes? Definitely Nike Air Max. You know, I have a weird problem where my entire life, I don't know if it's like the arch of my foot or something, but I've always walked on my toes, and it's very hard for me to find shoes that don't exacerbate the problem. Is that right? Exacerbate? Whatever that word is, but it's hard for me to find shoes that don't make that problem more pronounced, right? Like Nike Shox are bad at it. And for some reason, Air Maxes are some of the most comfortable shoes I've ever found, and I don't know, I think they just fit my style. So I need to buy a new pair. I have not bought new shoes in a long time, but it's one of those things I don't know. I focus so much on this stuff like shoes just doesn't even like cross my mind. But thanks for the reminder. I might be getting a new pair soon. Thanks, Andre, for your question. From Brian Johnson, he asks, now that you have been working out for a little while, when are you going to stop the newbie bro split workouts and start an actual program, Texas Method 5-1? It really seems like a lot of your workout and nutrition ideas are stuck in the past. All right, Ryan, let me clarify a little something for you, buddy. An actual program, right? What I do, I would consider a program. What I run myself and the way I program myself is how I program all of my clients. My clients get amazing results. You can probably look down in the comment section below. You can ask anybody that's followed my programs and ask about the results they've gotten. As far as my nutrition being stuck in the past, I would say my nutrition is in the future, right? This flexible dieting thing is brand new. People weren't flexible dieting 5 years ago, 10 years ago. That wasn't a thing. Counting macros wasn't necessarily a thing 5 or 10 years ago. So as far as you saying my nutrition ideas are stuck in the past, I would say you're very wrong there. And then a 5-3-1 program or a specific program, I'm not training for strength. I'm not training for any of that. I'm training to look good. I'm training to simply work the muscle groups I want to work out with adequate volume, muscle hypertrophy training to look good with my clothes off. That is it. I'm not trying to set any world records for powerlifting. I'm not trying to step on a stage. I'm not trying to do any of that, man. I'm trying to live my life, train the way I want to train. And overall, if that makes me happy and that's how I want to train, then that is how I'm going to do it, my friend. Newbie bro splits or whatever you want to say about the way I work out, it is what it is, man. How about this? You start a YouTube channel, I'll watch your channel, and I'll take tips from you. How about that, Ryan? Thanks for your question. From Alex Tower, he asks, will the pre-workout ship to Canada? I'm a big fan, keep up the good work. I want to, really bad, but given the logistics of everything, we probably won't launch with Canada shipping because with my apparel brand, I've ran into so many issues shipping internationally. Stuff you don't even think about, no one tells you about. Someone signs up and wants a package from the United Kingdom. I package it, ship it, mail it. Next thing you know, I'm getting emails, where's my package at? And then I look at the tracking, it says it was delivered. Neither of us have any idea where it's at. Come to find out, customs holds it, and there's a custom fee for them to pick it up, which is sometimes more than the shirt even was. And then the customer's mad. I look like the bad guy when in reality, I had no idea. I'm just trying to ship you apparel. So until we figure out the logistics, we grow to a point where we can partner with a shipping company that'll provide guarantees when we ship this stuff. Yeah, I want to. I'm telling you, I want to. Canada's probably the easiest place for us to ship to right now. Overseas, that might take a little longer, but I want to. I want this to be available to everybody. I really do. So thanks for your question, man, and your support. From Justin Westbrook, he asks, where did you go to college and what did you study? I went to the Ohio State University, but I didn't go to the main campus. I went to a branch campus of it, and my original goal was to transition into main campus eventually, and I started with nursing, right? Yeah, picture me as a male nurse. I went and, you know, I was kind of steered that way by my parents, and they were telling me this is a good career, this is what you should do, and they kind of guided me down that path, but I realized that that's not what I wanted, and college wasn't really for me. As much as I think that college can be a valuable tool for people that can get you in the career field you want, give you the education you need, in this day and age, now so more than ever, college isn't really a necessity anymore. I went for a year and a half and ended up not doing very well because I partied too much, drank too much, and my priorities weren't there. I had no idea what I wanted to do, what Remington wanted to do. I was listening to the advice of everybody else around you, and I think the fact that when you're 18 years old, people expect you to know what you want to do for the rest of your life, that is just not realistic whatsoever. If you are 18, 19, and you know what you want to do for the rest of your life and you have that cemented in you, props to you, because I don't know how people make their minds up like that. My entire life changed a year ago when I decided to start doing all of this stuff, and I never even dreamed this would be the direction my life went. I'm glad, as much as I would like to have that degree, I'm glad that things worked out the way they did, because everything happens for a reason. So yeah, Ohio State University and male nursing, but not anymore. Not anymore. Thanks for your question. From Garrett Morrison, he asks, I have trouble sticking to my diet when my girlfriend and I hang out. I'm usually really good with my diet, but when we hang out, I break it. She doesn't want to go out and eat by herself, and I also don't like breaking my diet. Bad boyfriend or bad bodybuilder? LOL. Thanks, man. All right. I wouldn't say bad bodybuilder or bad boyfriend. I would say uneducated bodybuilder and uneducated boyfriend, because when I first started doing all this stuff, I was in the same boat. I had a girlfriend and we'd go out to eat, and I'd kind of be good all week, and then my weekend was cheat meals. They'd want to go out to dinner and we'd go out, and then I would eat pizza, I'd eat whatever, and pretty much spin my wheels all weekend and end up kind of back where I started at the beginning of the week the next week. So I wasn't really making a lot of progress. And what I've found is that if your significant other is truly invested in you and they care about you and they want your dreams to be a reality, then they're gonna have to make some compromises. Same thing with you. If you go to a restaurant, you guys need to discuss what restaurant you're going to in advance and go somewhere where you can eat clean. You guys see what I do. Go to my Instagram right now. I just posted a picture a couple days ago of how I eat when I go out. Literally, grilled chicken. That's it, because I know it sticks to my macros, sticks to my plan, and it's really hard to overeat on protein. I mean, I could sit there and eat 2 pounds of chicken and maybe only go over my calories if I ate everything else on my plan throughout the course of the day by like 300 or 400, which still keeps me in a deficit because protein is so dense and is so lean calorically that you can't really do much damage. So as much as I love eating out, right, with significant others, and as much as I love enjoying those cheat meals, like, you gotta understand what's more important to you. To me, it sounds like you might just be making excuses. Because if you wanted to, you can go to these restaurants and eat clean. Nothing is stopping you from doing that other than your mindset about said situation. So I would say next time you go out, go to somewhere that she can eat the way she wants, you eat the way you want, and everything's fine. Life does not have to revolve around food. We live in a society where, unfortunately, everybody's social time involves food of some sort. Let's go to this family get together and eat bad food. Let's go to this restaurant and eat bad food. Hey, we're gonna go to this party. Are they gonna have food there? You know, like, that's just human nature. We love food. We love the indulgence of that. We love what it does to our brains when we eat all that sugar. The serotonin levels spike, dopamine levels go up. But I'm telling you, if you put your best foot forward and you either bring meals with you to these events, or you just eat clean and just self-control, man. Self-control is what it comes down to. And I'm not trying to tell you that I have all this self-control. I do here recently, but I mean, I haven't always had self-control like this. So you just gotta figure out what your priorities are, put that best foot forward, and it'll all end up working out. I promise you. So if she cares about you, she's gonna help you out with this situation. So thanks for your question, man. I wish you the best of luck for sure. From Matt Kasanovic, advice on going from lean to shredded, trying to get over that hump and take my physique to the next level. Great video today, as always, brother. Thank you, man. I'm putting a lot of time into these lately, in case you guys have not noticed. So my advice on going from lean to shredded. If you're lean, then you already have a certain aspect of all of this down. You already understand how to diet. You understand how to do some things right, self-control. If you're lean, or you just have really good genetics and not a big appetite, which some people do, But I would say if you're trying to take that next step, you need to look at the overall big picture, and you need to really start tracking stuff. If up to this point you haven't been tracking your macros, you don't know how many calories you need a day to stay the same weight, how many calories you need a day to lose weight, gain weight, whatever, you need to figure those numbers out. And that can be a lot of trial and error. Like I always say, for me, 2,700 seems to be my baseline to stay the same weight with the amount of training I do. I train 6 times a week. I do cardio 4 to 5 times a week. That seems to be my magic number. Above that, I'm going to gain weight. below that calorically, I'm gonna lose weight. And then getting your macros to balance out to where if you are dropping weight, you're prioritizing that fat loss over muscle gain, which is where the high protein comes into play, low fat, having the right amount of carbs in there. And I would say if you haven't figured out any of those numbers, figure those out. And then get yourself a set of macros. Follow those macros for a week, look at the scale, look at your body, see how you feel, and then make adjustments as needed. And then look at your cardio. If you are doing steady state cardio, maybe switch to high intensity interval training. If you're lifting a certain way, maybe switch it up. Your body's constantly trying to stay in a state of homeostasis. It does not want to change. Sometimes you have to throw wrenches in your programming to make it change. So when you've seen me transition into this cut, I was doing 40 minutes of steady state cardio every single day of the week, not having it a day off. Now, drop my cardio back. I do it 4 to 5 times a week, 20 minutes, high intensity interval training. I am dieting on a 500 calorie deficit at 2,200 calories with my current macro setup, and I am slowly and steadily losing weight. So I would say you just need to look at the overall big picture, look at everything you're doing, lay it all out in front of you, analyze it, figure out those numbers, and work on your programming, man, because you can go from lean to shredded like that. You guys seen it. It's been maybe 40 days I've been on this diet, and my whole body's transformed. From episode 1 to now, my whole body's different, and it just required a little bit of discipline, a little bit of tracking, and most importantly, not lying to myself about what I'm doing. So thanks for your question, man. Wish you the best of luck. All right, final question is from the First Kiss Girl. It's a long one, guys. She says, her and her husband have had the joy of watching my videos every day. Thank you for that, by the way. They're very informative and encouraging. My only thing with the macros you track and food you use is that you don't seem to check ingredients. Macros could be great, but it could be completely fake and not easily broken down by our bodies. Like sugar-free products, the reason they can say they are sugar-free and still be sweet is that it's using fake sugar instead of real sugar that grows on the planet. So yeah, plastic wrap has great macros, but it isn't good for us to eat it. Is this something you've looked into in your nutrition training? What are your thoughts? Thanks, Mandy Matt and Baby Matthew at ManFits Family. Well, first off, thanks for your question. I wish your family nothing but blessings moving forward. And this is a very good question and one that I've gotten a few times. Here's my thing on it, and I'm just gonna say it exactly for what it is. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. See what I did there? Sugarcoat this at all. When it comes to artificial sweeteners, ingredients, and stuff like that, the only thing I really try to avoid is aspartame. That's it. And my thought process behind this is that I'm doing so much in my life right now when it comes to nutrition, and I'm doing so much right when it comes to my training. When I go to the doctor, which is very rare, but last time I went, he told me I was in almost perfect health. All my biomarkers were good, my blood work was good, everything was fine. I feel like if the worst thing I do in a day is have some fake sugar, right? I have some sucralose, whatever your sweetener of choice is, and I feel like, and if that's the worst thing I do in a day, then I think I'm still doing pretty good. I'm still working out. I'm still making sure I get my greens in. I'm getting those healthy sources of protein. I'm getting micronutrients in the form of a lot of the foods I'm eating. So if 80% of my stuff's clean and 20% of it has fake sugar or whatever, and it doesn't seem to be affecting my physique, doesn't seem to be affecting my sleep, doesn't seem to be affecting my health in any negative way, then I don't see a single problem with it. Obviously, according to your question, I'm not gonna sit around and eat plastic wrap, but if I can have fake syrup instead of real syrup, right? You gotta look at it. Sugar is terrible for you. Sugar is absolutely awful for you. Look up any documentaries on it. There's one on Netflix. I'm losing the name of it right now. Maybe it's called Fed Up. You need to watch that and just see what sugar does to your body. If I'm not having sugar, which is awful, and I'm switching it with fake sugar, which might still be bad for me, who knows, but it's not quite that bad, then I'm still putting my best foot forward in my opinion. And let's say the difference between me being successful on a diet and not successful on a diet is incorporating these fake foods as opposed to just being on a complete garbage plan and binging and falling off my program and just making bad choices, then I'm gonna choose that fake stuff every single time. Until I find any real concrete scientific evidence that this is bad for me, I'm gonna continue doing it. I just don't see a problem with it. I think that there's people out there that are doing way worse stuff than me having a little bit of fake sugar. And if there was a big conspiracy theory behind all this and this sugar was doing all this bad stuff to people, I think we know about it. We live in the social media, digital media age where everything is on the internet and there's stuff being shared. And when something's bad and there's a recall, everybody knows about it, right? I'm trying to think of an example. There was, not too long ago, there was a product that was making people, was it the deodorant? Yeah, it was Old Spice deodorant. People were getting rashes from it, right? That was viral all over Facebook and everybody heard about it. They had to pull the products off, had to replace them. If there was Halo Top out here killing people, we would know about it. We would know. So I think that even though my body doesn't digest it or break it down or whatever, it's not doing any harm to me. It's just, I just don't feel like it is. So I always preach balance. I'm not gonna sit there and eat sugar-free syrup all day and call that a day, but I am going to enjoy myself when I can because life is far too short to skip out on stuff that makes you happy. happy, man. I'm just trying to live this life and be as happy as I can and be satisfied with it. And if that helps me on that path, then so be it. If I die a few years earlier, hey, at least I went out happy. Bury me with a Halo top, almond butter, and Walden Farm syrup, and I'll be a happy man. Thank you so much for your question. And once again, much blessings to you and your family. Thank you guys, as always, for participating in this Q&A. I know that last night I posted a little later, so I didn't get as many questions as we could have gotten because I meant to comment on the video and then ended up getting really tired. Forgot about it, but hey, it is what it is. Everything happens for a reason. So with that, guys, I'm out of here. I literally got to upload this video and then I got to go to dinner with my boys. Been filming a vlog all day today that you guys are gonna love. We flew the drone. I'm hanging out with Team Dry Scoop. You guys are gonna get a kick out of it. So I gotta go, but thank you as always. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and comment below if you have any ideas for new videos you want me to try to do or new areas you want me to focus on. I'm always looking in those comments trying to find ideas for new stuff. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. With that, I'm out of here. As always, don't forget to smile, remain positive, and pay someone a compliment because you never know whose day you could be making better. With that, I'm out of here. This has been a Remington James production, and I will see you guys at the next video. See you guys.